A visit to the lightweight division, 70 kilos. Kenny Yeung from Hong Kong taking on China's Zhuo. Two fighters in white tonight. White tights for Yeung and white shorts for Yang. Commentators' nightmare, Yang and Yeung. Lee and Liu last fight. And I'm sure that Kenny won't let it slip the first few seconds of this fight. Fully concentrated there.
We have Muay Thai versus Sanda here. Yang told me in the first round he wants to open up with punches. He makes it to the second round, then he'll start using his legs. Oh, to the ground it goes.
Well, there's always a surprise or two in store for us in an MMA clash, that's for sure, Vaughn. You can have all the plans in the world, but if it doesn't lay out in front of you like that, you've got to go with the flow, I'm sure.
Yang is doing well to keep... Sorry, Yang is doing well to keep Young's arms occupied. He's getting the best of this bottom position now.
Hong Kong fighter getting a couple of knees in.
Big knees from Yeung, but are they doing any damage? Hitting the butt.
There's some more tactical punches into the ribs, into the head. Making the most here of his time on top, Kenny.
I wonder now, is Yeung going to burn himself out with all this heavy action?
The crowd really giving him a lift, that's for sure. Real local favourite here. Grew up in Causeway Bay. Comes to town, he still goes and stays with his dad there. Lived in Australia for the last 10 years. Got himself a degree in human resource management.
For the legs. He's trying to climb back up.
Referee James Chan.
Don't let him get back up, Kenny.
Adjudicating this fight. Dennis Kelly there. You'll hear the Irish accent in the background. He's cornering for Kenny Yeung tonight. They're from the Team Nemesis gym in Melbourne, the gym that Dennis has just started, along with Braden Summers, another famous Australian fighter. So Kenny joining them to train. Would love to open his own gym here in Hong Kong in the future though, Kenny.
Relentless ground and pound here from Kenny.
Really has had a determined look on his face the last few days. A real shock that last fight in Legend 2, wasn't it?
Definitely, definitely. Surprise to everybody, even Justin Lee, I'm sure.
Well, bit of danger here for the Hong Kong fighter. As Yeung works his legs.
Kenny slides on that triangle.
Nice slip there from Kenny. Kenny certainly looks a lot bigger than Yang, doesn't he?
Definitely.
Using that advantage.
He looks to be tiring out too.
Throwing hard halfway through the first round already. Yang there gives the head of Yeung a nice little rub. Makes it all better. Good combination there of rights and Kenny and then lefts.
A lot of energy so far in this fight. If it goes into the second and third round, I don't expect these guys to keep up this pace.
Hong Kong crowd really showing their affiliation here with Kenny Yeung in the white tights. All right, got an explanation from Yang yesterday about Sanda. It's a mystery to some of us, but he gave me a very succinct explanation. Kick from far, punch from close, and when you're in a clinch, throw. That is the rudimentary basis of Sanda.
That pretty much sums it up.
Obviously not getting to use his Sanda skills here at the moment as Kenny.
Yang had a Kimura, but he let it go. I think really Kenny is just so much stronger than he is.
Crowd really loving this performance so far.
And Young's back up on his feet.
Vaughn Anderson warning us that if you go too hard at the start, you may pay for it later in the fight, but Kenny's looking full of beans at the moment.
Especially coming off that devastating weight cut. I'm worried that he's going to gas himself out.
Yang certainly doesn't seem to be in any trouble from his time underneath.
Watch for those Sanda throws when they get in the clinch. One thing Muay Thai does not have.
Kenny keen to get to ground again.
Double leg attempt. Can he finish it?
Into the last 30 seconds of round one. And this has been a real passionate fight so far.
Kenny has to be careful. Yeung has the guillotine choke locked up.
Kenny, get your right arm under his leg.
Oh, goes for the knee.
Kenny does look a bit tired already.
15 seconds to go.
Holding on to the end of round one. These fighters from China so tough and determined.
Definitely.
All from the north of China. Been handpicked to go to Beijing and train with the top team. So, good first round, gutsy first round. We're loving it here. You're watching Legend Fighting Championship 3. What a great first round we had between Hong Kong fighter Kenny Yeung and Yeung, the Dynamite Zhuo from China. The Hong Kong fighter probably getting the best of the first round, do you think?
Yeah, I would say he did most of the work, but he also looks more burnt out. Can he keep this pace up? If he can, then he'll win the fight, no problem.
Well, one thing is for
Axe
sure.
kick. What is that? Kick.
Couple of kicks there from the Chinese fighter.
There's those kicks he said he would start using in the second round. He should have done that in the beginning.
Really making it hurt there for Kenny. And also watch this guy's left hook too. He's KO'd 8 guys in the last year with a left hook as he moves in behind Kenny Yeung. He really does look a little bit
Now let's see. Uh-oh. Now let's see what Yeung can do on top.
element of side control there from Yeung over Kenny. Kenny's really got to regroup here, doesn't he?
Yeah, oh, this isn't good. That's the beatdown position, the mounted crucifix. Kenny's really got to scramble to get out of this or it'll be over.
Elbows there to the jaw of Yeung. But he certainly is determined.
Now there's blood coming on. Blood on the face of Kenny Yeung.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at this. We're going to have a look at this.
I really wish they wouldn't stop it just for this.
Yeah, the doctor will take a look. Referee James Chan ordering the Chinese fighter back into his corner.
Let's look at these replays.
So Kenny really coming out at the start of the second round, looking as though he'd run out of gas already.
See here, there's an omoplata. There's an omoplata available for Yeung, but it's, you know, jiu-jitsu's not his background, it's not his forte.
And then we saw some
unable to capitalize.
Really good work from Yeung coming up. Really hit Kenny hard with a couple of legs. And this is the high kicking that you're talking about.
Watch, watch, here comes this, bam,
oh, that's
right in the
the
chops.
one that knocks the stuffing out of Kenny Yeung. So the doctor's given Kenny Yeung the green light to go ahead here, and he's had a rest. A slight gash there on the upper lip of Kenny Yeung. Won't be more than a couple of stitches, probably post-fight. So allowed to go on here.
Changing positions for the third time. Kenny's on top now. The blood is flowing again. He's got to do something.
Yeah. He could be running out of time here, Kenny Yeung.
And running out of blood, too.
I must stop it. I must stop it. Stop it. You're going to check that nose. One more time. One, two.
Okay. Referee James Chan just stopping again for the doctor to have a look. But very hard. You see there the blood just dripping out profusely of the upper lip. Not a huge cut, but just a very annoying one as far as the blood flow goes.
Cuts like this don't affect the fight. If it's below the eye, it's not going to cause any kind of trouble for the fighter. Cuts below the eye, I think, really is just let them go.
But I guess there's an element of a problem too if he gets on top of the other fighter, isn't it?
Well, I suppose so.
So let's take a look again at the second stanza after the first stoppage. You'll see blood all over the stomach of Yeung.
Knees from the bottom, man. I've never seen that.
Is that effective against gravity?
Well, 3 big knees from the bottom split his mouth open. Effective enough.
There you see blood spurting all over the body of Yeung.
I wonder if those knees were intentional.
No. Kenny wants to go on with this, that's for sure. And the crowd are certainly egging him on as well. They'll be unhappy if it's stopped for this blood. Yeung looking for his mouth guard. Yep, he's got it now. And we're ready to go again into the second round, you'll remember. 3 minutes left of the second round. Oh, some flying kicks. Oh, Kenny Yeung with a big blow to the head of Yeung. Moves it for the kill.
Still lots of time, 3 minutes.
Yeung hitting for the ropes, trying to seek refuge there. But Yeung really determined to make the most of this.
Blood's flowing again. I really hope referee lets it go.
Yeung wasn't expecting that. We saw some huge kicks from him. We could feel the air from here of these huge leg kicks. But Kenny managing to evade those and then really coming through with this opening. Wants him to get off the ground now.
Yeah, ironically, Kenny's the one bleeding, but he's the one that smells the blood.
Kenny Yeung's face a mask of blood now. But again, not getting anywhere near the eyes.
Kenny's got to keep it going. Capitalize on this opportunity. As tired as he is, he really should keep on pounding and finish the fight.
What an interesting fight. We've seen the tide turn at least 2 or 3 occasions here. Now it's the Hong Kong fighter's turn to have the advantage. Can he make the most of it? The crowd willing him on, baying for success. A lot of elbows in the thigh there for Yeung over Yeung. Good left arms to the head.
Yeah, I gotta say, Kenny's doing a really good job to keep it busy. Hitting the body, kneeing the legs, punching the head. This is good, effective ground and pound. And Yeung surviving.
Kenny trying to use that size advantage again, getting over the top. Got to be careful here with his balance. Head falling into position. And some sort of leg hold here.
Yeung's corner. Urging him to go for the footlock. He's got it locked up. Can he finish it? Straight ankle lock. Oh, he's out.
Good work from Kenny Yeung. Managed to evade that foothold.
That's the problem with ankle locks. If you don't get it, you lose position.
Yeah, some good work there from Hong Kong fighter. The crocodile death roll. He's still on top as we head into the last passage of the second round. What an interesting fight this has been. Certainly giving the crowd full value for money here. Dennis Kelly in the corner of Kenny Yeung, yelling 30 seconds to him. Oh, some elbows there from Yeung. Some of them striking the back of the head, so he'll get a warning for that, and we're outside the ropes too. So into the middle we come.
In Yeung's defense, I don't think he really comprehends the English instructions from the referee.
So into the last 10 seconds of the second round. Both fighters very willing, putting on a really entertaining clash here. Kenny with some nice right hands too before the bell. What a great fight we've had so far here from these two athletes. Here's some replays. This is before the blood by the looks of it. Nice right hand. What a stonker of a punch there from Yeung.
Fantastic.
Really put Yeung on his back once and for all. And here's some of these big kicks, I think, before we went to ground. Oh, that's the right hand again. They're working on the cut in the corner as we speak. But it seems to have closed up slightly. Not so much blood now.
Here's the ankle lock attempt by Yeung. See, what he needs to do here is squeeze his knees together and keep Yeung's leg from moving. See, Yeung's able to get out, slide away, take top position.
I'm sure Boy Menez, as we can see him there in the shot from China Top Team, will be talking him through that in the post-match briefing. A bit of an experience there from the predominantly Sander fighter. His record in Sander is 21-6.
Not bad.
He's only
a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah, he's only had 5 MMA fights, but he's unbeaten so far. as we head into the start of round 3 of this fascinating contest between local lad Kenny Yeung and Yang, the Dynamite Zhuo. Have we got any more explosive power left in the Chinese fighter?
I'm really impressed by Kenny's endurance. He's been on full throttle this whole fight, coming off an exhausting weight cut and doing really well. Yeung's right hook, left hook is connecting. Now the knees from Kenny. And it's back down on the ground. This is where Kenny has the most success. But man, there goes that blood again.
It's one of the most entertaining fights on the ground I've seen for a long time. Both fighters really willing and able to give it all.
Up kicks.
Oh, again, very effective those up kicks from Yang. And again, blood flowing liberally here. With 4 minutes left of the fight. Obviously opened it up again on the lip of Yeung. But this will be, if it goes the distance, a fascinating points decision. It'll be interesting to see how the judges go with this one, that's for sure. Do you have any thoughts on that so far, Vaughn?
Well, it's definitely Kenny's fight. Blood or no blood, he's doing the damage, he's doing most of the work, and he's got the dominant position throughout this whole fight.
Blood over the face now of Yeung, affecting his vision.
But I also think that Kenny's taking the most damage somehow.
Yeah, and also there's a cut opening on Yang as well on his eyebrow. But, well, looks like the Hollywood special effects department has been at work on Kenny Yeung's face. But again, virtually cosmetic, a cut on the lip. There's Dennis Kelly in the blue shirt, screaming instructions, experienced fighter himself, now turning to coaching, owning his gym in Melbourne, Irishman, but living in Australia. Obviously Australia, a country of immigrants. So much so that we see a Hong Kong-born fighter with an Irish-born trainer representing Australia in Hong Kong. It's a small world. Let's take a look at some of the kicks from Kenny Yeung.
It's these knees, the Muay Thai knees that the stand-up fighters are so unfamiliar with. Man, but he looks like he almost went down there. Saved by the double leg.
All right, ready to go. Ready and willing for these two fighters, really enjoying themselves. Seems bizarre to say.
Oh, big knee from Yang this time.
They know they've put on a great fight as Yeung takes it to ground again. Good sprint from Kenny.
Does Kenny have the gas to keep it up?
Well, the crowd are really behind him. That's great to see. So knowledgeable now, the Hong Kong crowd as well. We're into our third event here at the Legend Fighting Championships. We've seen some great bouts over these 3 events.
Kenny just covered in blood. Oh, look at that combo.
Good combo from the Chinese fighter. So we go 3 minutes left of this fight. And this could be a real candidate for fight of the night, Vaughn.
Yeah, I'd say so. See, with stand-up, Mike, if your knees touch the ground, it's considered a takedown. So they are really unfamiliar with these wrestling-style double leg takedowns that are really, really low. Those are exactly the kind of takedowns that Kenny is using over and over again here on Yang.
Kenny, drop his other leg. Double overhooks and take him up, Kenny.
Real stalemate now as there's only half a round left of this fight. Kenny holding on.
Kenny, take him up. Take him up and stop him. You know you can do it. Kenny, you know you can
Yang, the Chinese fighter, looks fit.
Kenny, get that other underhook in. You're right underhook.
Trying for underhooks there. They're screaming for them in Kenny's corner. And he's got a guillotine going here, has he?
He does, he does. Will he be able to finish? If he takes it to the ground, he's got a really good chance.
Really struggling for fuel here, Kenny Yeung.
There we go. Now Yang's on top. Kenny looks exhausted. He might. Will Yang be able to finish him? Oh, he's got a rear naked choke. It looks deep. It's deep. This is trouble for Kenny Yeung.
Just seems to have run out of gas in the last 30 seconds, Kenny Yeung. Can he hold on? Could be anybody's fight on a decision here. So Kenny's really just got to come back, make the most of this last minute and a half.
Kenny looks so exhausted. Done so well so far. Will he be able to maintain the lead?
This is where they really need the local crowd to kick in, as he's found the strength somehow to lift Yeung off the ground.
Oh, that choke's deep. Oh no, this looks bad for Kenny.
Kenny holding on.
He's got a minute to go.
Looking in real distress now, Kenny Yeung. Tapped out, and what a shame for the local fighter, young Zhuo, the dynamite, showing he's got some power as well, as Hui Menezes goes to hug him, his young protege from the northeast of China. And what a fight we've seen, almost lasting the 3 rounds. Kenny Yeung on his haunches, absolutely exhausted. Great fight there from the local guy, just unfortunately couldn't finish out. Let's cross now to Vivek Mahbubani for confirmation of the result. Where is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee James Chan has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 5 seconds of the 3rd round. 評判 James Chan 喺第3個回合嘅4分05秒暫停呢場賽事。For the winner, due to tap out with a rear naked choke， 用頸鎖而令到對方投降而勝出嘅係 Zhuo。
So the winner, the Chinese fighter young Zhuo. What do you think would have happened if it had gone the distance there, Vaughn?
Well, if it would have gone the distance, regardless of how much blood or how much punishment Kenny took, he clearly won the first 2 rounds and he would have won the fight.
So just seconds away from success for the local fighter, Kenny Yeung. So disappointing for him as he had to tap out eventually. Great courage there, but wasn't enough to defeat young Zhuo from China.